Hello, good morning. Just thought I'd come on because this morning I had to say goodbye to another student. And I didn't realize, I'm usually better about keeping track, but I didn't realize that it was our last class together. He'd been with me for probably about a year and a half. I remember we started out, I think, at the end of level 4, I want to say. We went all through level 5, and we're now in unit 2 of unit 6. And so I've seen a lot of growth. For a while there, he was like, he's very intelligent. You can tell his grandparents and his parents put a lot into his education. Very, very intelligent student. He already came with a good English base when I had him. But his major weakness was he would want to go. I feel like students whose brains are going 100 miles an hour, but then it doesn't come out all that great verbally. I do that. I always relate it to someone trying to walk, and then someone behind them trying to push them, and they're like, and they're stumbling. When you're just trying to walk, and someone's trying to push you along quickly, and that's how I relate. That's how I compare that concept. And I think that was him because he had a lot he wanted to say, but with the limited words and it being a foreign language, he would stumble a lot, and sometimes he would answer questions. He'd go around the question. He'd circle it and circle it and circle it. Finally, I think after a while, probably a month or two of having him, I just finally started addressing that first. I said, whoa, okay. And so I started showing him this is what the question's asking. And he didn't need to go into all this detail and circle and circle and circle, and then you might get an answer there. It gave me a lot of information. It just wasn't what the question was asking. And so I always, it finally got him to stop, think. For a while there, we were underlining the important words of the question. Some faces, my face looks fatter than others. I don't know. Some days my face looks fatter. Anyway, I did shave. That's probably why I shaved. But and we're doing underlining the important words. So this is what, and think, what are they asking, and get to keeping our answers concise, not going to all this detail. And so he's getting much. He's not where he needs to be, but again, he's just I want to say 12 or 13, maybe 12. I don't think he's a teenager yet, but he's improved a lot. I mean, that's what we look for, improvement. We're not looking for perfection. And so he would read, and he would stumble his words because I'm thinking he was, again, just like the whole concept of you trying to walk, but someone puts their hand on your back and they're trying to push you further, and you're stumbling, blah, 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 like that. And so I think that was affecting his reading as well. When I would, slow him down, I'd remind him, stop, slow down. And, his reading improved tremendously. Comprehension and everything. I'd put it in the feedback, and his grandparent, I always never knew who replied. I know on WeChat, it's usually his grandmother who communicates with me. And so they would say the same thing. Teachers in his brick and mortar school would say the same thing, that he would want to speak and read too quickly and miss all kinds of stuff, and it causes miscommunication to happen. But here, today, I kind of threw me for a loop at the beginning. He goes, I think today is our last day. I was like, oh, it is. I went on my app while I was with him, and I checked. Yeah, you're right. Today is our last day. I'm on my way to observe a university student who's doing her observations at an elementary school nearby. So I'm keeping this a little short today. But anyway, it kind of hit me. It's like, I think it was my third or fourth one I've had to say goodbye to. A regular I've had to say goodbye to. There were some I said goodbye, and then they ended up being able to switch back to in person since they made that date, and not the AI, whatever you want to call that thing. And so some of them are back. I have this week and next week, and then I have one that week of the 5th. He was my only priority that went that far. So after today, I'm hoping they will allow them to book some things. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this Marmet Elementary? No, it's a community center. Anyway, I better get off here since I'm actually in a city limit and I need to find a school. So, you know, it's hitting. It's hitting. You know, one by one. I'm saying goodbye to them. All but one of them so far, I have on WeChat that I'm saying goodbye to. But anyway, yeah, it is. You know, I didn't think it would hit me. I'm not crying. We're not in tears. And I'm not that kind. I'm not a crier. Nothing against crying. You know, I think, you know, we all have our different ways of grieving. Mine isn't, you know, crying, which I will. I have cried before. I'm not saying I'm too ashamed to. Anyway, all right. I'm getting ready to turn here, so I better focus so I don't go through a school zone and pass where I need to be. Thank you. Bye.